Good morning, viewers. Welcome to another class. And today we'll be looking at another topic in research. And today we'll be looking at how to establish the scope of a study. Now, I discovered that most students often mistake limitation to the scope of study and scope of study to limitation. Oftentimes, when I peruse through my students' project, I discover that some of them will be saying under scope of the study, they will be saying the study is limited to. So they will be mistaking limitation to be, the scope of a study. And that takes us to today's class, where we'll be looking at how to establish the scope of the study. In locating the scope of the study, there are parameters you are going to use for you to be able to come up with a well-articulated, scope of the study. So how do you write scope of the study? Basically, scope of a study is located within the geographical, methodological, theoretical, and demographic, parameters. Now let me explain. If you are writing the scope of the study, first you look at it within the angle of geographical scope, the area that constitutes the scope of the study, the area you are going to cover. For example, if you are conducting a study and you are a mass communication student of Caleb University, for example, you are going to first locate your scope within the geographical entity that you are going to undertake your study. For example, your topic is influence of social media among mass communication students of Caleb University. Now, if you are to locate the scope of a study geographically, you are going to your study is limited within the context of mass communication student, because you are interested in the mass communication student, how social media influence them, maybe positively or negatively. So this very institution now becomes the geographical scope of your study. Or you are interested in looking at the perception of resident of Ikorodu on COVID-19 vaccine, for example. Now, the geographical scope of the study, Ikorodu, now becomes the scope of the study geographically. Now, you can also locate the scope of the study in terms of theoretical, framework. Now, there are different theories, but in the course of, undertaking a theoretical review to identify, specific theory that will address the objective of your study, you pick few theories which that, of course, they will help you to serve the study goal. So those specific theories that you have reviewed and you have identified them to be relevant to your study now constitute, the scope of the study, because you are not considering other theories, but you are going to focus on the selected few theories which are are quite significant and relevant to your study. So such, theories now will be the scope of the study. So in terms of methodology, you can as well locate your scope of study within the context of methodology. For example, we have different methods that researchers can use to generate data in the course of their study. Now, you are using survey, or you are using content analysis, or you are using maybe mixed method. You are using content analysis